Hello students, welcome to this presentation from EMR Education. In this presentation, we shall discuss strategies to handle speaking questions in the PTE academic test. The purpose here is to inform you about some of the basic factors that you have to take into consideration and about the strategies that hold good, irrespective of the specific question. In the PTE academic, 5 speaking items are given as a part of the speaking and writing section. Please look at this table to see what each question type involves. Pause the video if you wish to study this for a longer time. The questions of the items in this speaking section are not separately timed. However, your recording time is limited, limiting the time in this section. In any case, you should click on Next, so that you avoid outside voices being recorded as well. Overall, there is no negative marking in this section, so there is no point in leaving any question unanswered, even if you have to guess. So answer every question with a clear, confident voice. Let us take a quick look at some of the general guidelines in the PTE academic speaking test. Basically, you need 3 attributes to do well in this speaking test: comprehension, confidence, and spontaneity. Understand the requirements of the task, comprehend the leads provided, and start in a confident and spontaneous manner. Don't imitate any speaking style. Don't worry about any slip of tongue or mistake made. Do speak the difficult words, especially during pre-reading, when you read the answer text in advance, and don't hesitate. Be fluent and continuous in your speaking. Personal introduction. This is not a scored item, yet it is important, as it helps you give a good account of yourself for any university or college considering grant of admission. It also serves as an icebreaker and gives you confidence for the test to follow. So go prepared on what you will speak and practice in advance. At least you don't have to think of this on the day. There is a purpose to every part of the assignment. There is also a purpose to have 30 to 40 seconds time to prepare for read aloud. Use half the preparation time to read this sentence well in your mind, concentrating on punctuation, as well as words that you might find hard to pronounce. Don't be afraid to actually speak this out loud, as you are not being recorded yet. Punctuation marks are not meant to be pronounced, they set the timing and breath points. Take a short breath for a comma, and a longer breath for a full stop. Practice unfamiliar words. The other half should be sufficient to decide on pauses and phrasing. Timing needs practice. It can be easily learnt by advanced practice. When the recording light comes on screen, read this sentence aloud. The practice and preparation really helps you to speak fluently, speak smoothly on the phrases, and pause for meaning. Don't falter or double start while you read aloud. For any mistake, carry on speaking. Push next at the end of your speaking. Read this sentence first, in your mind, then aloud. See how much time the exercise takes. If any word seems hard to pronounce, sound it out, either verbally or in your mind. Decide where are the pauses. When recording, don't falter. Read smoothly, fluently and without long breaks. Repeat sentence is very important to do right for a good score. These are typically short sentences, so recreating the sentence should not be a problem. Listen and split the sentence into phrases, and speak each phrase in the same sequence. If you have listened attentively, you will be able to convey the sense of the sentence. Meaning is more important than the words for this sentence. When recording, don't falter. Speak smoothly, fluently and without long breaks. You have 25 seconds to understand the image, and 40 seconds to describe it. Get the overall picture or message being conveyed. Use the title as the introduction. Make sure to name the image. That is photo, cycle diagram, bar graph, bar chart, line graph, etc. And in case of graphs, what each axis represents. Or in case of a table, what each column represents. You have made a good beginning for describing the image. Address the main point, the trends and comparisons and any exceptions. The job is done. you must know how many sentences you will be able to speak in 40 seconds. Most people say 4 to 5 sentences. This needs advanced practice. With EMR education, here is a pie chart that depicts percentage market share of different companies. In the total market of 500,000 air conditioners, it can be seen that the bulk of the market, that is over 70%, is in the hands of small-scale sector. Voltas is a distant second, at less than 11%, and Carrier Aircon is third at less than 8%. Blue Star, Amterex and others do have some market presence, each selling about 1,000 to 1,500 air conditioners per year. In summary, it can be said that the room air conditioners market is quite fragmented, and there are no dominant players. For each lecture, take a look at the picture displayed, and any title or instructions. This might give you an idea about the topic of discussion. Use this for thinking what words you could use related to the image. When the recording starts, take notes. The recording is played only once. You might miss some key points, unless you take notes. The notes should only be keywords, or phrases, not long sentences. You need at least 5 points. Use the 10-second preparation time to formulate your answer. Start with an overview, or subject, of the lecture, then your 5 points as fluent, different sentences, and a conclusion, which is normally the last sentence in the lecture. The lecture is about an essential distinction between living beings and inanimate things. Inanimate things don't resist. Living beings do. Living beings gather their energy to struggle and to conserve themselves. Inanimate things do no such thing. In case they are crushed by a superior force, the inanimate things simply loses shape and splinters, but living beings lose their very identity, their being. For answer short questions, these are basically one-word answer type questions. Though sometimes the answer may take more than one word. Although you have 10 seconds to answer, you must start speaking within 3 seconds, as otherwise the recording will stop. Try to visualize the situation helps to get the word or phrase. Some advanced practice on commonly used words or expressions is desirable. That's it for now. Hope the discussion today would have shed some light on how to maximize your score in the speaking section. Of course, practice is very important. Please utilize EMR education materials for practicing and get a good high score.